Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we're here to do the second part of our colour along in Seasons. So let's get to the page. Okay, now confession time. Those eagle-eyed of you will know that the background's different. Yes, I messed up magnificently and I couldn't correct it. So then I decided that I would put black acrylic paint on it and come back to you with a black background that we could jazz up. Well, I messed that up as well. I don't know what was wrong with me. I got really upset. I couldn't correct it, couldn't put it right. I didn't know what to do. I ended up in tears. Tears and tantrums and tiaras, you know, that kind of thing. My husband went on Amazon and reordered me the book because I'd thrown such a tantrum. Bless his heart. So I did it with pastels. I tried to keep to the colours that we had, but I've just done it with straightforward Faber-Castell. Where are they? Oh, let me see if I can find it. Straightforward Faber-Castell soft pastels. And here we are. I didn't want to let anyone down because I know people want to follow along with this page. So here we are. And then I was terrified. I thought, oh, what if I fluff this up, you know? But it is what it is. I messed up, and there's nothing more I can say to you. You know, I put too much water on the page. I didn't follow my own advice. Everything that I talk about in my videos, I didn't do. And I think I've got myself in a bit of a state over Christmas. I got tired from work and I don't know. It just fell apart. Anyway, so I'm back. And as you can imagine, it took me quite a bit of time to catch up to where I was meant to be. So what I did was I carried on colouring the candy canes, and I've given it these gorgeous, like, dark purple velvet bows. That was my idea anyway. So we're going to come in. I'm going to move you over slightly because when I zoom in... Lucy, you zoomed in correctly. Good grief. Okay, we're going to focus on this little beauty. So I'm just trying to get you ready. There we go. And I've got three colours. We're still with the polychromos. And they've a really good contrast together actually for this candy cane. So I have got dark red, I've got deep red, and I've got scarlet red. And they come out really well. Okay, so with our darkest, which is deep red, I'm just going to take the edges of this candy cane and darken that up. I'm not going to come too far out. And I'm going to give it a little bit of a lighter line for our next colour, which is deep red. The polychromos love this paper. They really do. So we're in a right state here. We've got... My husband's worked so hard, bless him, because we are having my youngest son Christmas Day. And he's been decorating, and I'm feeling a little bit useless because I can't do too much because I'm so tired all the time. But he's worked hard and it's looking amazing. So we're nearly there. Okay, so that's our blend. So we get a nice highlight in the centre there. Okay, should we do another one? Here we go. So our darkest red on the edge. And you have to watch the other ones. It's a bit tricky to work out which space is the red because the trees are in the way. But hey ho. Yeah, so I do apologise for that. I got myself in such a tiz that I could feel I was losing it. I don't know why I just didn't walk away. Like I say, everything I tell you guys that I've learned on my journey went out the window. And yeah, I messed it up. But it does mean that whenever we colour in this book again, I do have a practice book. So there is a silver lining somewhere, folks. So I'm just softening up that blend edge. There we are. Now, I think this would be red. Well, I know it would be red. There, behind the bow. Now, I'm guessing that that would then go white. So I'm going to do this one red. Are you all ready for Christmas? Have you got all your presents and gifts? I did mine with the help of the Amazon Christmas Fairy. And my husband got up early this morning, went out and got the few bits that we didn't have. Obviously, because we can only share Christmas Day, we don't need to spend an awful lot of money on food and things like that, so that's quite nice. And I've ordered my Christmas present from the lovely present that Pandit sent me. So I won't tell you what it is right now, because I've got to email her first and thank her. Right, this is red in here, so I'm going in with a dark there, and a little bit of dark here, and a little bit of dark there. Yeah, so I'm going to email her and thank her. Oh, I did have some good news today. Oh yeah, I can't believe I forgot to tell you. So, Kelly O'Gorman. I hope you've all heard of her. I certainly have. Amazing, amazing artist. Some of her work was in one of the editions of the Colour in Heaven magazine. However, let me see if I can find it. I thought I put it here. Bear with me, people. Here. I think this is her. I'm just trying to find, sorry. Just trying to find. Now, I know she did an alphabet one. Kelly O'Gorman did a colour in alphabet, but I don't know if this is by her, because it doesn't say, so I'm assuming it's not, so I won't show you that one. Let me find you. Oh, I do apologise, God, I'm in such a pickle. I think I put it up here. Yes, I did. Right, sorry, because we colour along and I'm wittering on, aren't I? Oh. Look, I tell you what I'll do. I will, when I cut to do the next part of the video, I will find it. But I printed off last year's calendar by Kelly O'Gorman. I paid for it and printed it off. And it's just amazing, amazing artwork. Really, really is. And I emailed her a few months ago and asked if she would be doing a 2021 calendar. I've told you this, but I'll just refresh you just in case there's somebody out there that doesn't know. And she replied and said she was working on it and she would let me know when it's completed and I could have a copy to show you guys on my channel. So that was really exciting. So this afternoon I got an email from Kelly to say that she'd completed the calendar and would I still like a copy. So I emailed back with, would I ever like a copy? No, I didn't. I emailed back and said, oh my goodness, that would be great. Thank you so much. So that's really exciting. So I'm hoping that when the calendar arrives, we can do a monthly colour along. You know, I'll do more than that obviously, but you know, we'd have a set date to do our calendar each month. That would be lovely. And unlike the advent calendar, It's not so much pressure, you know you've only got to do it once a month, and you've got a gorgeous calendar. So, yeah, so I was so excited, I couldn't believe it. And the other thing I noticed today, I haven't got round to answering all my comments yet because we've been busy, obviously, preparing for Christmas and trying to get the house sorted out. And I had a notification that I'd had a comment on my channel, like you get. And well, ages ago, way back when I started the channel, sort of March, it would have been March or April, I did a flip through of Mandy Manzano's colouring book. Now, for any of you that know Diamond Art Club, you'll know Mandy Manzano well. She's a fantastic artist and does a lot of Disney different takes on Disney sort of characters, and that her art is just out of this world, with the bold black lines in between. And I noticed that she had left me a comment on that video. So that was really exciting too. I'm just erasing that bit. Okay, so there we are. There's our candy cane. Easy as that. Okay, let's have a look at this bow. Now this I found really difficult, folks, because in the Polychromo set you get the red, I wanted it purple, obviously, you've seen that. You get the red purples, and what I call the blue purples, so you've got more red in them or more blue in them. But I couldn't find like a light colour. I'm sorry, I'm just pouring myself a drink. I couldn't find a light colour, my third colour, if you like, to do any blending with. So I've had to go to Arteza to get that blue purple that I wanted. So it turns out like this one. But it works well. I know Polychromos are oil and Arteza are wax, but it seemed to work well. Okay, so I've got 4 colours here. Let me get them in order because I get in a bit of a pickle with them. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Okay, let me just see, hang on, because those two are so similar. Right, so I've got dark indigo, I've got blue violet, mauve, and I've got the Arteza, which is Oob purple. I hope that's how you say it. So I'm going to leave my dark indigo to one side for the minute, and I'm going to check which one of these is darkest. See all my trying to work them out, make sure they're in the right family. Now I'm pretty certain this one's darkest. That's what the pencils look like anyway. Yep, okay. So I'm going to go in with our darkest, which is mauve. Okay. And this is what I did on the other one, so I'm just going to keep it consistent. I'm just going around that knot of the bow. And I'm filling that edge in. Like that. And then I'm just going to give that a bit of a line to blend into. I'm going around the entire edge of the bow. In our dark. Not forgetting a little bit of space to blend into. Gosh, I hope this works. It made me really cautious about colouring, and that is just ridiculous after all this time. Right, I just need to check. Yeah, that's the Arteza. This is the... So now I'm doing blue violet, and I'm going to go back in and around there. Now I need to leave... Oh! Do it on this edge. Ah! Bear with me, folks. That's the first time I think that's ever happened to me with a Polychromos, that the cord's broken. ever. Okay, there we go. We're back in action. I'm leaving a space in the centre for the Arteza pencil. But just making sure I've got enough of this to give it the gradient, you know, ready for the light colour. Okay, then I'm taking the Arteza, which is the Oob Purple Arteza, and I'm just going to fill that in. I'm going to go back in, so don't panic, and you will begin to see that contrast. Right, so at this point I'm going to take my dark indigo, and where I've put the dark in, I'm going to go in with that dark indigo. Now this is going to deepen it up, and this is why I wanted the blue purples rather than a more reddy purple, because I couldn't find in any of the sets that I'm aware of a really dark, rich purple. So I thought, well, if I had a very dark, you know, like we had black, we did it in another colour along, we added black as a really good contrast for a dark colour. I thought, well, if I had the blue and then go back over it. So I've added the indigo blue, and then, like I was just saying, go back in then with our darkest purple, which is mauve, and then go back over that. Should hopefully get that deep, deep purple that I wanted. Okay, then we take the next colour, which is blue violet. We just fill that in. There we go. So we've got lots to look forward to in the new year, folks, on the channel. There. I hope that makes sense. Don't do it. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do if I messed this page up now, honestly. Okay, so back in now, we take our mauve, and I'm going to do one of, let's do the knot together. So I'm going to take those bits all around the edge, exactly as we did the bow. But just in case, because it's a different part, just in case you were wondering how I did it, in there with those bits, around there. Okay, then in with our next colour, which is blue violet. Oh, I'm sorry, I've just headbutted the camera. It's so close to me. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay, and then I'm going to leave that curve in the centre, and that is going to be, in fact, I'm even going to just bring that, take a little bit off of that, and then we're putting the Arteza Oob Purple in. Okay. Alright, now the indigo blue. And this is what really makes it, that gives it that gorgeous, rich, velvety tone. I think it just changes the whole appearance with that on it. Then back in with our dark. And then our medium. And then our Arteza Oob Purple. There. Okay. Then remind me, well, you can't remind me right now, but I will remind myself to get the Kelly O'Gorman calendar from last year that I've printed off. And I'll have it ready when I cut the video to finish off the bow on the other side. Okay, let's just do this strand so that you know what we're doing. I'm taking my darkest colour. I think it's pretty self-explanatory now, but just in case you were wondering how I did each element. So that's our darkest colour, our darkest purple. And then I'm carefully going around there. Alright, next colour is our medium. I'm going to bring that down, but we've got to leave space for that oob purple, so be aware of that, because it's quite a teeny tiny space. But that's okay. I'm just going to bring that up a little bit. We don't need too much of that oob purple, just a tad in there, just to give the illusion of light and dark. Okay, now for the magic. Here's the indigo. Yeah, so I will get the calendar that I've printed out, because I paid for it on Etsy, because I keep going to rub it away, but I'm not going to, because you don't even have to download the calendar part. The calendar part comes with your order, obviously, but you don't even need to download it. You can just print the colouring pages. So I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, this one. And then, oh no, look. Gone over the line. Yeah. And it confuses me with the Arteza and the, I know they're gold and silver, but they've both got a band there, so when I'm looking, I'm like, which one? But that's probably just me being a bit thick. Alright, and that is how I did the ribbon. Let's zoom out. Good grief, Lucy. Something might be going right for you finally. Right, I'll readjust you. Okay, so I'm going to go off and do this gorgeous purple bow here. And then I'm going to practice by photocopying and testing first. Yes, people. Now the mice, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking that I might do them all the same, so they're like siblings, but they've each got a different adornment. So they've got like a head, both of those two have got beads on their head, and this little guy or lady has got a necklace. So I think I'll make them look all the same, but make that bit very different on them, if that makes sense. I don't know. We'll see when I come back. Alright folks, I will go and do my purple bow and do a bit of practicing, and I'll see you in a second. Alright. Okay, so I finished my bows, and I found out the Kelly O'Gorman calendar for you that I promised I'd show you. This is obviously the digital download, but this is the kind of style that we can expect to see, God willing, in her new calendar. But aren't they just, there's like pictures within pictures. So look at this one. So I'm so excited that I'll be able to bring this kind of imagery to the channel that we can do each month. So I'm so looking forward to it. So that's Kelly O'Gorman's calendar, and it is still available, the 2021, to download. So I'm just so excited about it. Okay, so that, and it was where I was looking, I was just being blind. Anyway, so I want to liven it up a little bit. So I want some excitement. Now, blues and reds and purples are all in the same kind of mix in this page, so I thought we'd go with that, but I want it bright. And so I've practiced and I've come up with these 3 colours. Let's come in. Okay, I'm going to have to move my book over because I want to, hang on, I'll have to tilt you. Come with me, little ride, there we go. There we go. Hang on, there. So I want to focus on this little bauble, and I've got cobalt blue greenish, phthalo blue, and light, it's the light reflected on, sorry, light, I think it's phthalo blue. It is. Okay, so I'm going to start with our darkest at the top, and I'm going to go in between these. So let's start here. These polychromos, I'm just going to go down to about that, where that little ball sits. These polychromos on this paper almost feel like prismas. They're so luxurious, it's lovely. Okay, so I'm just giving a bit of a fade out there. Okay, then we're going in with phthalo blue. When you wait till you see, it's such a beautiful combination. So I'm going round here. And then I'm going to bring that down. To there. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? And then the last colour is light phthalo blue. And that gives us our kind of bluey green look. It's beautiful. I think I've fallen in love with this, folks, this combination of bluey greens. That's since I've had the Pablos, because they've got such a wonderful variety of bluey greens in their set. Okay, let's do back in with our medium colour. Just make sure that we've got enough of that. And then back to our dark. Now I've got this far, but I haven't decided how I'm going to fill in the bits, whether I do sparkle. The only trouble with that is when I come to colour the other page, it will be difficult. So that's the wrong one. Middle colour. There we go. Right, let's do another one, and then you get to see just how beautiful it is. Okay, so I'm coming down as we did before, to kind of line up with that first little ball. Give ourselves a bit of a fade out. Take my next colour. I'm going to come down to about there. I didn't fill in the dark bit. The dark side. I haven't filled in the dark side. Sorry, my husband's been playing Star Wars. That is my fault. I have had obviously over sharpened it and then pressed too hard. That's another one of the rules that I have with polychromos. It's not to press too hard. And I seem to be forgetting every rule I've ever taught myself. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely stunning. I love it. So I'm going to continue. We're going to do that top bit there as well. Are you in camera? Yeah. So I'm going to do the dark bit. Something on my sheet. Dark bit here. Come down about a third of the way. Then our medium. I think I need my eyes testing. These tiny little spaces like this make me almost double vision. And I'm already wearing varifocals. Old age folks, it sucks. She says, I'm 46 years old. I hope I've got lots of life left in me. I just love this. I just love this combination of colours. Down to about here. And I really think that I'm, you know, getting. I know I got too brave and messed up the background, but my colours choices are changing, and I'm really enjoying using more bolder colours. And I love like working in Rita Berman's book. I go all out with that with my Pablos in there, and really bright colours, and I love how it comes out. So this is, yeah, it's just so different for me, and I love it. Look at that. Isn't that rich and gorgeous looking? So I won't finish that on camera, otherwise we'll be here for 10 years. But I'm going to fill the rest of that bit in, then we'll think about it. Okay, the other one that I want to do is this one in the same colours. And the same, can you see? No, not at all. Let me move the camera for you. Come with me. Here we go. Ready? There we go. Okay, so I want to do this one in the same colours and the same style. So I'm going to go in with my dark blue. Let's see. We'll come down to about... Come down to about there. We'll let it fade out. Then we're going to take our middle one. Come down to about here. And then take our light one. Now I'd love to put liquid pearls on this. On my, what they call Dovecraft version of liquid pearls. But I'm worried I won't be able to colour the reverse page. And it's a pretty one. Yeah, it's the Pussycat one with the crystals, so I'm worried I won't be able to colour that. If I do. So, let's do the next bit and we can get a good idea of what it will look like. Again, I'm going to come down to just below this bit of design. And then let it fade out. Then our middle colour. To about here. And then our light colour. Wasn't that a lovely sound? Okay. Let's just go over that. I'll put blend. Back in with my dark. Just make sure I allow that to blend out softly. There. Gosh, I love it. Oh, it's so pretty. What a combination. It's lovely. Gosh, I hope you like it. There's me ranting on that. I love it. I think it looks really rich and gorgeous. Okay, so like we did over there, we'll do a bit of dark here. Obviously this is a tinier space, so we have to be careful. And we could then just incorporate the other two colours that we've used to do the rest of the bauble. I don't know. Choices, people, choices. I wish you were here to say what you thought. Now that would have to be a live stream. And I don't have, other than the camera on my computer, a camera that will do it. I wouldn't even know where to begin to do a live stream. But it would be so lovely to be able to say to you, really, what do you think? And somebody be able to answer me in real time. I think we'll do the bottom bit as well. So I'll do that dark. And then that one. And then shove a light one in. Oh, it's made me so happy doing this page. I have to thank my wonderful husband for his patience with me. And seeing how upset I was and buying me another copy. He said, it's okay, it's Christmas. So, right, I'm just trying to think where else we can do it. What I'm going to do before, so I don't mess it up, I'm going to go off camera. Let's zoom out. I'm going to go off camera. I've moved the camera, so I'll have to move the book. And I'm going to finish both the sections that we've talked about. I won't do anything else, and then I'll meet back up with a plan. See you in a second. Okay, so I think I have a plan. I think. So, I'm going to go back to the blues combination that we had a minute ago. Let's zoom in. Okay. Sorry about having to go on a ride all the time. And I'm going to do this bit at the top here, the same as we've done the rest of the bauble, because I love it. And then I'm going to put some like turquoises in. Was that the right way around? Yeah, it was. Bit of a panic moment then, folks. Trouble is, when I find new combinations that I love, I get all excited about it, carried away, and then I ruin it. So I'm trying to behave. Don't put me off now. I'm trying to behave. There we are. Just help that along a little bit. There we go. And I think I'm going to do this too. We'll leave it for a minute. Right, let me get my colours out of the way so I don't get confused. Okay, so I've got just two colours. Can you believe it? I've got cobalt green and light cobalt turquoise. Okay, now let's start with this bit down here. Now, I'm going to take the darkest of the two, which is the cobalt green, and I'm going to follow that scallop there, and I'm going to put a little bit in there, and here. Afford to bring that down a little bit because it's much bigger there. A little bit in there. And then we're going to go in with the light cobalt turquoise. And we're going over that. Ooh, I like it. So pretty. Okay. Right, now I know where I'm going. I can deepen that cobalt green up. Let me straighten the book up, because even I'm struggling. Now that must be better. Let's move that out of the way. Oops. Deepen that up. So we know it's like it's meant to be there. And we'll put a little bit of dark at that edge as well. I can get my thumb out of your way. Apologies. Okay, and then back in with our light. Just fill in any of those white gaps. Okay, I love it. Ah, my fault again. I used the, I don't know why. I've been using the Derwent sharpener. I need to go back to my lovely M&R sharpener. You can't over sharpen it. Okay, right, these bits. These are going to be dark green. Fade it out. Dark green, fade it out. So I think we'll finish this bauble and the other one, and then we'll call it a night, because this is going to be an extremely long video. And I promise that I will be back to finish it off tomorrow, because this then will be our last Christmas page together. Isn't that sad? Till next year, folks, till next year. Then we've got our New Year's Eve. I'm going to film the best products countdown, and somebody asked if I could do it as in, you know, count back from 20 till number 1 for the best products I've purchased in 2020. So we'll do that like I promised, New Year's Eve. So we've got that to look forward to at least. Okay, now if I do the dark green here, they're too little to do the dark green in there. There. Yes, dark green there, and here. There we go. And dark green in there. Ooh. Then we're going to do the back to the blue combination, and we'll do dark blue down here, fade it out, dark blue on the edge, fade out, up here, a little bit on the edge there. Okay, medium blue. Make sure I've got a little bit of fade out room. And then our lightest colour. Oh, I think it's so pretty. Okay, then we want, I'm going to go back to the dark green, which is the cobalt green. And I'm just thinking, yeah, let's do this. And then take the lighter one. Oops. Like this. Okay. And in those little tiny... Oh, I've coloured that wrong. Poop. Have I? Yeah, they're supposed to be... Oh. Erase those. Right, now in those tiny little dots, I'm going to put the cobalt green. Why I can't hold that colour in my head. There. Cobalt green. Right, now it's Christmas, so we need to add a little bit of sparkle. So I have got the Uniball Signo, and it comes in a pack like this. Sparkling ink, and they are really sparkly. So, I'm very carefully, I'm going around this one. Hope you can pick up that sparkle because it's fantastic. Look at that. I like it. I hope you like it. It's a bit way out there for me from what I usually do. But I do really like these bold colours. Silver in there. Can you see that sparkle? They're just incredible gel pens. And these. There we are. And that just gives me the... I would have glittered it as well, but like I say, if I then want to colour on the other page, the page behind, it would make it very difficult. So I'm going in with the sparkly gel pen instead. Okay, sorry, just trying to get comfy. Alright. Now what we've got to do is consider that top bit. Now I think we need more green combination. So, how am I going to do this? Okay, so we'll go the bottom bits in the dark, like this. Then we'll put the light green in. Then they can be silver. Help tie it all together. And then I think that top bit, do I do it green or blue? Green, I think. Just because there's so much blue. Okay, so in with the dark. Now you could do this in the silver as well. There we go. Now I think I'm going to do the ribbons even, that hold, that they're tied to. I think they'll be red. So we can bring that candy cane colour in. Let's see, what do we think? I love it. And then this little bit's going to be silver. Oh no, because that's going to be our string, whatever we're doing. Ignore that. Don't do that bit silver. Let's come over to this side. Just move you over. Now, okay, I'm going to have to come for a ride. Ready? Here we go. I just try and... Sorry. Okay, there we are. That's good. Alright, we're going to finish this one off. So, and I'm going to use the same colours. So I've got my 2 greens. This one's a little simpler. Here we go. And then I'll call it quits for tonight, folks. And like I say, I promise that I will be back and we will finish this gorgeous page together. And if we don't get it finished tomorrow, I'll come back and we will do Christmas Eve. I promise. We will finish it before Christmas. Okay, so we've got our green there. We're going to do the same here. So the dark green. And it's going to be our light green. Or our turquoise even. They're all going to be silver. This part down here is going to be green. There. I'm ad-libbing, folks. I'm making it up as I go along. But it's safe to because I know the colours work. I'm not going to fluff it up. Okay. A little bit of green in here. And we'll make that green too. Just so it breaks up that blue. Okay, and green under here. Right, we've got the top bit. Green. Okay, how am I going to do this? Okay. We're going to ignore those, that pattern, and just go in like that. Oh, I love the sound of polys on this paper. Alright, fill that a bit more. Okay, that can be a blue. Blue on the top. Okay. So we'll make those blue. Fiddly little space. But it's worth it. There we go. There we are. And this will also have a green ring. Right, so whatever it takes, folks, I will make sure that we finish the page before Christmas. There we are. Okay, let's add our silver. We will, let me just zoom out slightly. I'm sorry if you missed some of that. Okay. Our silver gel pen. And I'll tell you what I could use when we've done the page, if we want it even more sparkly, I could use my folk art glitter acrylic paint. That's always good if we felt it was needed. I'll just keep going with those. Oh, I've so enjoyed doing this page. Well, in the new book anyway. We won't mention seasons 2. Well, it's a good job I can laugh, isn't it, now? Now I've had my full tantrum. We did that. Okay, these bits. Seasons 2, the saga continues. There. Right, I have to just play with that bit. I've rushed it and I'm not happy. Okay. And then we'll decide at the end what we're going to do our ties in. Okay, let me move my jug. We will come out. We'll go for a ride. There we are, people. So we're really getting there now. I'm not sure, sorry about the shadow, I'm not sure how I'm going to do the other ones, but I will be ready and raring to go tomorrow. Possibly bring in purple and red maybe, I'm not sure, I don't know. We'll work it out. Alright folks, I'll let you go because this is going to be a very long video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and as much as I have colouring in seasons 2, and I'll let you go. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow at some point. Take very good care of yourselves, folks. See you tomorrow. Night night.